Day 594, 22 for 22. Good morning. I hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. All right, so we got extremely lucky with Dorian. The Bahamas did not, and it looks like North Carolina, South Carolina is going to catch a good bit of Dorian as well. So please take what I say today as what it is intended to be, as relation, I guess you would say. I can't remember the big word. But there's our sky this morning. It's not exactly the friendliest sky. It's not a typical Florida sky. Well, I guess maybe it is, at least for 5 minutes during the day. But that storm is still moving out. It's pretty much over. We haven't, we got a bit of rain, got a bit of wind, and I think I heard one clap of thunder the whole darn day, maybe two. I think I caught one, either that or one of the kids jumped up in the bedroom. Not sure, but it was not near what was expected. So here's where what I'm going to talk about today comes in. Still a bit breezy. The anxiety, PTSD, all the different things that can put us to the edge of the cliff is like a big storm, and the anxiety will amplify the expected effects of the coming storm. The Bahamas really got hammered, and this is where I hope people don't get upset, because they got nailed. Florida was expecting much the same down south below Cape Canaveral when this thing was going straight west and was going to make a turn in the middle of the state and come up. I followed this thing a lot, just because I was expecting to be in the northeast quadrant most of the storm. So when it turned, I was very grateful. But watching that thing come across and looking at what it was planning, where it was planned to go originally, a lot of people were on edge. People were still on edge yesterday. We see what's coming and we expect the worst, and our mind with the anxiety makes it even worse. And we saw proof yesterday that the storm isn't always as bad as we think it's gonna be. And the storm can be bad. Like, I know right now, North Carolina, South Carolina, you're getting pummeled. The storm's pretty bad, but it's not going to be the catastrophic hit that was expected from Dorian originally. So I do not take anything away from what people are experiencing in other areas with Dorian, because, like I said, the Bahamas, that's total devastation. North Carolina, South Carolina remains to be seen how bad it's actually going to be. But we have a tendency in life to look at everything negative. It depends on your personality, I guess. You can be a pessimist, optimist, pragmatic, realist. But a lot of times when we are sitting on the edge of that cliff, we're just looking for that one last thing to just say and go. And I wouldn't say we're always looking for it, but all it takes is that one more thing to pile on, and we're done. And we have to realize that, yeah, things can be real crappy. They can even be shitty. They can be horrible, but they're not going to be, they shouldn't be life ending. Not everything is temporary, like losing a limb. The effects of rape and child abuse, those things do last forever. PTSD from combat, they do last forever. The thing is, you can do things to mitigate it. Therapy, changing how you think, And I had to do the change how you think. I mean, I had been a positive person, but after getting beat down for 3 years, that positivity went pretty much out the door. And I had to work to get it back. It can be done. You know, there's treatments for PTSD. They're ever evolving. Now, whether there's anything that works for you, that's a different story. Only you can answer that. You know, divorce sucks. It really does. The breakup is usually the worst part of it. And then the denial of children, possibly, and just the mean crap that goes back and forth between the spouse makes for a rough period. But that stuff is temporary, more than likely. It's going to pass, or you can cut it out of your life and you can move on. Now, if you have kids, that makes the cutting out a little bit harder, but you take what you can get until you can get to where you want to go. And we can't be the Sith and be all or nothing. I had to throw in a Star Wars reference. But we just got to keep working, keep pushing through. You know, the storm in your life will reside eventually. It's going to take some time, going to take some work, going to take some, you know, just time. Time fixes a lot because it allows things to work out. How they're going to work out may not always be in your favor. Not everything turns out the way you plan it to turn out. And I'm not trying to patronize anybody here, but I tell you, things didn't turn out the exact way I thought it was gonna. In pretty much any aspect of my life. You just never know what's gonna happen, and you just gotta roll with that punch and get back up and swing yourself and see what hits, see what sticks, and see what you can do to get yourself to a better place. It's all about working forward and always moving forward and always looking for that better day and knowing it's just around the corner. It might be a long corner to get to, but it's there. Just keep going. All right, push-ups. Nobody's up. Everybody was all worried last night about the storm when I already told them it had gone by pretty much. We were in the clear. But they all decided to stay up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 1 for the airborne ranger in the sky, 1 for the infantry, 1 for the fallen. Alright, so I have the YouTube channel, that _push-up_ guy tough. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, leave a comment in the video. I'd appreciate it. Also have my Facebook page, Jim Tough, 20 Facebook groups, all veteran groups. If you find the video in there and want to share it, and you're not able to because of their security settings, please come to my page, Jim Tough, and share from there. I'd appreciate any share I can get. Appreciate those that do share for me. Alright, if you need help, seek help, get it from friends, family, professionals. There's absolutely no shame in seeking help when you need it. Do what you got to do to be here. Please do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. We'll see you here tomorrow. Tough out.